What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of ZATIMA. This is Season 3, Episode 8, and the episode is titled Enemies and Brothers, or Brothers and Enemies. It doesn't really matter. When I tell y'all this episode pissed me off, I was over it. You know what? Let's just jump into it. At this point, I'm not even going to go scene by scene. I'm going to talk about the show. The small things. Preston and Bryce. I don't understand why y'all were posted outside of Zachary's house for over an hour. Like, what sense did that make? Also, you said that y'all were meeting up with Zach so that way y'all could go over the paperwork. Shouldn't that have been done in the office, considering Zach and Bryce have an office? Like, that absolutely should have been handled there. Not in the driveway of Zach's house. Like, come on. Another thing. I just want better for Preston's character. And what I mean by that is, why is he always readily available to wait around for people? When we watched Sisters, Preston was always waiting around for Danny to come home from work as if he ain't had no job himself. So I just personally want more for Preston's character than to always be waiting around for people. Now, another thing that is getting on my absolute nerves is Angela and her little boy toy. Because this man is so readily available, no matter what hour she call him, he can pop up over at her house. Like, it's giving weird and he ain't got no job. So, basically, this man, he comes over or whatever to hook up with Angela, and then when she's ready to leave, she wants him to leave as well. Now, I will say, shout out to her for putting him out of her house, because had this been Sisters, that man would have been at her house and she would have been out and about in the streets. Y'all know how Tyler liked to do. I just want her to move on from this little boy toy, because Angela could do better. She could absolutely do better than this little boy. It doesn't even make no sense. Now, moving on from that, Belinda. First of all, the fact that she decided to drop Nate off with Jeremiah 2 blocks away from her house, talking about I don't want my neighbors to see no crackheads coming up in my apartment. Well, girl, they gonna see them come up in there anyway, because they still gotta walk through the door. So they're gonna see your crackhead coming to visit you, okay? And honestly, the fact that Belinda sat up there and called Zach to be like, hey, your brother is here, is psychotic. Like, I get it. You don't really rock with Fatima. You don't really rock with Zach. You're waiting to see their demise and their fall. But for you to, call Zach, first of all, how you got his number? That's the real question. How do you have his number? And secondly, why are you doing this? Is it that you want Zach? Or what? Because there's no way you're trying to be Fatima's friend. And I hate that whenever you see Fatima's face, you want to be like, hey, Fatima, can we be friends, Fatima? I miss you, Fatima. Girl, back up off her. Like, you are trifling, you're selfish, and I don't even understand what you gain from this. I really don't. Now, Fatima, I got to get on to you, girl, because you was my girl. I love me some Fatima. However, again, we are witnessing Fatima lose herself in Zachary and his family's bullshit and his drama. Like, I am sick and tired of us not getting Fatima growing as a person, like her personal goals, like going to college, her being in classes. Can we get something? But no, we're stuck with her running around Atlanta trying to chase down Zach. Oh, and also at the same time, run around Atlanta and chase down his brother. It is stupid. Then on top of that, we have her finding out that Jeremiah is at Belinda's house, right? She then has to get Angela as backup. I said, baby, what is Angela gonna do? And then go over to Belinda's house, calls Jeremiah downstairs just for her to be like, you need to stay here because Zach's going to come for you, so you need to stay here. Girl, you could have sent that to him via text. Like, I don't know, I feel like the dialogue in that scene made absolutely no sense. I'm just like, what is happening here? So, the thing about this whole situation when it comes to Zach and Jeremiah is that I get it. Zach, you are upset. But within this episode, it was given this was more about Zach's own ego than anything else. Because he at one point met up with Mr. Tyrone, who's the barber, right? And Tyrone tried to talk some sense into him to be like, listen, you can't risk going to jail again because number one, you will be on your third strike. And number two, like, it ain't really even that deep like that. Okay? For you to be reacting like you are Jeremiah's your brother. And at the end of the day, if you try to fight him while he high, like, that's murder. You know what I mean? So, Zach is still upset. And even Tyrone was like, why are you even doing this? He's like, because I ain't no sucker or something like that. Basically trying to say he's not a weak man. What does this have to do with this man touching your fiance? Like, that does not mean that you decide to shut the world out and then go after somebody full force. Like, it doesn't even make sense the way Zach is off the handles right now. Like, it's to the point where I'm just like, how in the world is Fatima going to accept this man back? Because, I'm sorry, the behaviors that Zachary showed on this episode, episode 8, baby, we will not be dating no more. Okay? Because let me just go ahead and get to Zach. So, he didn't take none of, Tyrone's advice. Because at this point, Zach think he know it all. Right? Okay, fine. So, like I said, Belinda, she ends up calling him, letting him know where Jeremiah is. He pull up with the quickness. And here's the thing. He didn't even just pull up, y'all, and knock on the door. That man literally burst into her house, okay? He kicked the door down. I'm like, wait a second. Like, I get it that you mad and you looking for your brother, but you don't need to kick the door down. Like, it was kind of excessive. So, Zach, he comes in, he pissed off. You know what I'm saying? He's going off. He has erratic behavior. And what was so crazy to me is that you have everybody in the room. Because at this point, you have Tony there, Nate, Belinda, Angela, Fatima. You got 5 people in the room. And they are pleading with this man to not break stuff. I mean, pleading with him. And I'm like, my issue with that is I feel like in real life, Tony and Nate should have grabbed him up and been like, this ain't how we do this. This is the wrong road, buddy. Like, you don't just tear up somebody else's stuff. I don't know. I just feel like in real life or even on the show, somebody should have grabbed him up. Because I'm like, Nate and Tony, y'all could have tackled him. Okay? Because his behavior was completely out of control. I don't care how mad you are. I don't care how, anything you are. Zach's behavior was absolutely crazy. And I'm just like, Fatima, ain't no way you gonna marry this man. Like, when I tell you I would be so done with Zachary Taylor or Zachariah Taylor, whichever name he got, because I feel like I heard her call him Zachariah. I said, no, when was he Zachariah? Okay. Because I know Zachary and Zachariah is 2 different names. But, I don't know. I just feel like within that scene, it was just too much. And here's the thing. I completely cannot stand Belinda. Okay? I cannot stand that woman. The fact that she even called Zach for this mess, you know what I'm saying? I don't think she thought it would escalate to all her shit being broken. But here we are. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she deserved that. I don't think she deserved for all her stuff to be broken. That was kind of crazy. Then for him to finally go upstairs or whatever, and next thing you know, he about to get taken out by Jeremiah. Because it seemed like Jeremiah had a gun on him. I'm like, well, when that happened? Like, who knew that Jeremiah is walking around with a pistol? Who knew? But also at the same time, what I was just thinking, y'all, was wouldn't it be interesting if Zach actually went back to jail because he tore up Belinda's house like that? Like, I wouldn't even be upset. I would not be upset because his behavior was completely out of line. And like I said, I don't understand how Fatima is willing to continue to put up with his behaviors. Because in that whole one scene, that would have let me know, baby, not even therapy is helping you. And at that point, if I was Fatima, I would have just gone ahead and bowed out and be like, all right, well, we are no longer engaged. The way you acting right now, baby, there's no coming back. Okay? Like, I don't even understand how we got that scene where she was standing in front of the stairs and told him to move her because she already knew that he wasn't going to, touch her or anything like that. For him to go act completely erratic and start tearing stuff up and throwing chairs and stuff. Baby, no. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But y'all, let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you on my next review. Bye, guys.